goodness sake, cause him make me rise, him make me fall. Man, them
bigger, brother Agieh.
You know what? Massive. You know, this is massive. You know, I love to start the show that way. You know, massive everything. All right?
That's right, brother.
Can you
one
take
love to the AfroZim people worldwide. What's that going on, man?
My brother, you know what? Before we do anything, I want to thank you for your patience and understanding. We should have
yes, man. You know, patience is the key.
We should have done this show a couple of weeks ago, but the problem with the network and stuff, there were problems and issues. Thank you very much, my brother. Big up to yourself.
No, thank you, brother. You know, patience is the way of life these days, brother. You have to have patience.
Massive everything. And also, big up to yourself, my sister Jennifer Cheshire. Let's do this. Let's play the music. Then we'll come back on radio and talk about it. Massive.
not easy at all. Dread days, worldwide. How we bring it, see? I'll do it like this, man. Yes, man. Stay Chris, man.
Right, guys, for those who are joining me right now on AfroZim Radio, my name is Agieh, and with me is my brother Najashi. It's gonna be a massive conversation as always on a Saturday on AfroZim Radio. Massive tipping. This song is called Feeling Fine. Massive.
Say, don't you feel nice when you just awake? You better thank God for your goodness sake. Cause him make me rise, him make me fall. Man, them a dead, the baby them a call round the world, all round the world. Say life is like what a little pearl. Say one by itself, it shines so bright. You put them all together, man, it's so right. That's why you better live, that's why you better give. You better stay strong and say positive. You better be alert and put your work in, because time about come, boy. In the morning time, the sunshine, you feel fine. In the morning time, the sunshine, you feel fine. In the morning time, the sunshine, you feel fine. In the morning time, the sunshine, you feel fine. The sun is always shining, and we're reclining. We start from nothing but now we're climbing onward, forward. We burn the herb, third world unheard. One world we riding, say riding through the storm. Who up say we say the dawn. We rise up, you better wake up. Me favorite spread love before me wake up. Me don't want that, you don't want that. God me available for me life so proper, and sometimes it hard. Man pull your card, and me and you fight. Boy, who gets scared? Why? In the morning,
in the no DJ Agieh on the AfroZim Radio out of Zimbabwe. This is Najashi with Dread Days. We keep it locked and tune in. It's a worldwide good vibration, music uplifting.
In the morning time, the sunshine, you feel fine. In the morning time, the sunshine, you feel fine. Share what you know, so we can go.
Yes, sire.
I love this one. You know, that is just massive. And the energy, you know what? The energy itself in the song when you put it there.
Yeah, man. You know the vibes. It's all about trying to uplift the people worldwide, man.
Massive, but you know what? You know what we have to do right now, because we were talking, and then I was saying that maybe we have to put the introduction of the session that we did last time, but I then realized that it's not fair. Let's start it from the top, from scratch. Let's just redo it again, my brother, whereby you have to reintroduce yourself, and I do apologize for that.
Oh, no worries. Yes, my name is Najashi. I'm from the band Dread Days, based in LA, California. You know, music and vibrations we bring, you know, to lift the people, make them feel good in their mind, body, and soul, and, you know, just doing the best that we can every single day. That's the goal of, me, and that's the goal of Dread Days, and hopefully that's the goal of people around the world. You know.
It's massive, but and this song, can we talk about it? Let's talk about it, right? Because we've already played it, so let's talk about it. Yeah, it's feeling fine. And I understand the rhythm itself. It's called Japa rhythm. That's another thing.
Yeah, that was done by the Easy, not Easy at all, brothers out there in the UK. Um, yeah, we linked up with them, and they blessed me with that track, and yeah, we just did it, what felt good on it. You know what I mean? So yeah, much respect to the folks in the UK. As I said, it's a worldwide thing, brother Aggie. Music and vibes and just goodness, and that's what the world needs more these days. So feeling fine is pretty much about that vibration. Just doing your best to feel fine in a world that's not fine, especially these days. So, that's the
Yeah,
goal and the plan,
yeah. You know, I think we're gonna have to break it down as we move on with this discussion, because I think you heard me. I was with Moza Omar a couple of minutes ago, and when we were talking about reggae music itself, and you realize that with reggae music, we're always talking about the fundamentals of that forms like peace, love, and unity. That's what we always talk about. But then you
Right,
realize
right.
that it's for me. I was just investigating in terms of how reggae music reaches out to the people. Then I say to myself, we are being deplatformed because of the positivity that we talk about, the message, the reality of things, you know, in this
Right,
world.
right. Yeah, there is an agenda. Yeah, yeah. If nowadays, if you're not with the agenda of madness and mayhem and just nonsense and low base morality, then yeah, you're not really going to get too much shine. Reggae music has always been an uplifting worldwide for the oppressive people, for people who don't have. And so ultimately, yeah, if you're speaking against the agenda, yeah, you're definitely going to get the backlash and you'll be on the low rung, But, I believe in the Most High God, and He's the one that runs and does all things. So much respect to God and, all the good works. And no matter what people try to do to hold down a vibration, if God wants that vibration to shine like the sun, that vibration will shine brighter than the sun.
Massive, but massive. And let's just, I mean, just touch base on your history with music, my brother, because I was going through your, your bio,
Right.
and one thing that caught me that is very interesting is you're also a DJ, right? Am I right?
Yes, yes, yes. I have a show on Zion Highness Wednesdays, the Iron People Show. Just like we play music to uplift the people, and it's kind of like a musical therapy. So, people give back to me by playing my music on our music. So it's incumbent on me to give back. So I play music, and doing the best to spread the word of goodness and niceness.
Yes, massive. You know why? Why I wanted to talk about that aspect of you being a DJ, because I always wanted to be, like an artist myself. But DJ Agieh cannot sing. That's another level there. Yes, because the producer is gonna have a problem, because they're gonna be doing a lot of auto tune and stuff like that. They're just going to put a lot of overtime just trying to fix DJ Agieh's sound and stuff. I've done some songs also, and but I love the fact that you being a DJ and also an artist at the same time, and this genre reggae music, because I want to push the message. I really love to push the message that is behind the reggae music, like what you do, my brother,
Right,
which is very
right, right.
important. Yeah, which is very important, because it's all about the message of peace, love, and unity. If we break it down that way, we just break it down as peace, love, and unity. That's what reggae music. That's how I define it myself from my side. And from your side, my brother, I would want to know how you define reggae music from your side. Because from my side, I just simply break it up. But don't worry, it's a preconceived idea. But from my side, peace, love, and unity.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah. It's the same way. Peace, love, unity, love, respect, and honor. That's the vibes of reggae music, and that's what I feel. That's my push on the vibration of reggae as well. As I said, to uplift the world with good sounds, to make people feel good and make them think. Because reggae music is also a music of making people think from the lyrics that different artists have to make you think about situations, not only where you are locally, but regionally or even worldwide, because pretty much with the internet and social media, we're all connected in one way or another. So it's become a small world. It's not
Yes.
really a big world anymore. It's a very small world. So yeah, so reggae music is there to fortify that togetherness and that love and that goodness and that good vibration and that good energy.
Yes, positive vibrations all the time. But a big up to yourself. You know what? You just spoken about the issue of because I've been talking about it with a lot of artists regarding the message in contrast
Right,
with other genres, right? Because in reggae music, remember, reggae music, we can break it down in probably two parts. Okay, let's just talk about reggae music, right? Then we can have roots reggae,
right,
dub, and also rocksteady and stuff like that. But we do have dance. So then we've got bashment type of thing over there, whereby on the other
right,
side you find that, but it is still under reggae music, right? But on the
right.
other side, when
Exactly,
you look at
exactly.
it on the dancehall side, right, the artists are free to push other narratives, other ideas, other things to the listeners. That's why we can talk about violence, we can talk about other things.
Right, right, right.
Please,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, but yeah, in my mind, I think that's really an agenda. That's an agenda because just like how the rap music here in America, remember if you know about rap in the early beginnings of hip hop, it was about positive, back to Africa, the
exactly.
uplifting of each other. So, and then after a while, it turned into guns and what I got, what you don't have, and this woman, I'm having many of them, and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
So, and we saw the format and the change. So within dancehall also came from a positive standpoint, party, good time, having a good time. But then the establishment and the people that will say, you know, run with different agendas, they've turned the dancehall vibes into I got the biggest gun. I got the more money. Look at my chains, and you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. So, and it's very deep because in a country like Jamaica, where people don't really have a lot of people don't have a lot, but yet still everybody wants the biggest chain, and
yeah.
it's like um, it's like
You
a
mean the
yeah,
Cuban chains and all the stuff like that?
yeah, yeah. So it's all yeah, it becomes
Yes.
materialistic and hedonistic. You know what I mean? Where nothing is wrong because God wants people to have good things, and yeah, we need to be with a woman to procreate and to
Yeah.
forward the next generation. All things like that is real, but it's about the balance and how do you represent those
Yeah.
things to the
Yeah.
world. So if you're going against the grain, and as I said, the establishment, would see that hey, we could use this as a weapon. So things these days are weaponized. Everything is weaponized against mankind
That's a
for the
very
for
interesting
not
one.
for the not but not for the betterment of mankind. Sometimes a lot of things are weaponized for the detriment of
Of mankind,
mankind, and that's
yes.
what we're seeing these days.
You know, when you say that everything is weaponized, because this other discussion that I was having with my friend today, and it's interesting that she just said it over there, right? I'm just going to say it right now, because we were discussing about the issue whereby they say that a human being should sleep for at least 10 hours. Then I said to myself, no, That is not true. This is me. Remember, this is my own opinion myself, because I thought it was weaponized so that an employee, an employee who has been programmed to be an employee, that's my theory from my side.
Right.
He has to sleep 10 hours based on what these guys say. But these guys, they do not sleep 10 hours. They sleep 3 hours a day. And if you train your body to sleep 3, 4, 5 hours and work, your body will actually adjust to that. That's my theory. Remember, this is my theory, my own opinion. It is not a fact. I'm just
Right.
responding
It's
to
true.
what you said, being weaponized narratives,
Yeah,
especially
that's real.
narratives.
And we know the wicked people, hey, they hardly get any sleep because they're always plotting and planning against the detriment of the human being. So, they don't get no sleep. They hardly get any sleep because their whole thing is to, how can we mess these people up even more? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yes, I was thinking about it myself, like Elon Musk himself. Does he actually sleep 10 hours a day? I don't think so.
No.
Jeff
Some people
Bezos.
and some doctors have said that health, you need a good amount of sleep. But I say, in my mind, everything's in balance. Everybody works different. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's body metabolism is different. Their mind and set and their vibrations is different. So it's whatever pretty much works for you. You know what I'm saying? Now, to be healthy, as long as you're healthy and your mind is in the right place, then you sleep to what fits you. So when they say nowadays everybody throws out all kind of things, and some of it sticks and some of it does not stick because it's nonsense, but they throw it out anyway because some people are going to catch the madness and live it, and some people are going to not catch it and go about their way. And that's how, as I said, that's how the world is nowadays. It's about a lot of divisiveness, a lot of breaking down family structure, breaking down the human structure. So they have a plan. They have a plan. So we as good people worldwide need to go against that plan and work our plan, and put God in that plan, and everything will work out.
Nice. And I remember
because
in our last discussion.
without the Most High God.
Go ahead, my brother. Sorry for cutting you.
Because without the Most High God in the plan, there's nothing going to work out properly.
Exactly. Thank you very much for that, my brother. Big up to yourself. We have to do justice, with regards to music also at the same time, right here on AfroZim Radio. And let's play this one, Protection, right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll talk about it after we play it. All right. Right, guys, for those who are joining me right about now, this is AfroZim Radio, and with me is my brother Najashi, Massive Everything. And my name is DJ Agieh, Massive AfroZim Radio on a Saturday. Actually, it's a Sunday for me. Big up to yourself.
Protection, guidance and direction. Roam the world. Protection, make the right selection. Protection, guidance and direction.
What the world need.
Protection, make the right selection. I don't wanna ruin your sleep, my child. Don't wanna ruin your dreams. I don't wanna ruin your sleep, my child. But life's not quite what it seems. There are atrocities, tragedies, across the world. Slavery and poverty, things you never should see, little girl. I don't wanna burst your bubble. I'm thinking life is nothing but trouble. Or when you slip and fall, all you do is call. I'll be there to catch you, girl. Don't wanna burst your bubble. I'm thinking life is nothing but trouble. Or when you slip and fall, all you do is call. I'll be there to catch you, girl.
To the offspring, do the right thing. Love underneath your wing. Lights, vibration brights, reaching them to new heights. From a heart, my start may always try my best to do my part. Say raise a nation, good vibration from that one of God.
Protection, guidance and direction.
Round the world,
Protection, make the right selection.
what the world needs.
Protection, guidance and direction.
Round the world,
Protection, make the right selection. I don't wanna burst your bubble, thinking life is nothing but trouble. And no matter what the days will bring, I'll be there to help you sing. Don't wanna burst your bubble, I'm thinking life is nothing but trouble. And no matter what the days will bring, I'll be there to help you sing.
Right, AfroZim, big care of yourself. Thank you very much for the support.
you need, that's the way you bring them on.
As always, guys, I do apologize for the shoutouts. I think it's improving right now. I'm now receiving most of the shoutouts. The system is improving as we go forward. A big up to yourself, but remember this all the time: your support for AfroZim Radio is always unwavering and unquestionable. And I like that.
And direction,
Round the world,
protection,
Right up, talk to
make
there.
the right selection.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Massive sound. You know, this, let's just break it down, right? That's a great sound over there. You know, what I like about AfroZim Radio when you have conversations right here, there are not those type of conversations whereby an artist goes into an interview, then destroys their lives, like what happened with Kanye West and stuff. This is about the music. This is about peace, love, and unity. Anything else is
That's
a
right.
effect.
That's right. Yeah, protection. Yeah, it's as it says, man. Protection, especially in the world that we're living in now. It's like, man, every day you wake up, it's a worldwide thing, just a mayhem and mad. But a lot of it is going on, especially in America here. It's just like we're living in like a bad Netflix movie, it seems, because man, it's madness. Young folks, old folks, all color lines. It's like people are losing their minds, losing the gift that the Most High God has given them. So yeah, we have to stay. And as I said, my formula, everybody has their own formula for doing what they do, but my formula is definitely staying close to the Most High One God. That's the only way we're going to be protected, because he's the unseen and the seen. So we have to stay close under that umbrella, that banner of goodness, because yeah, we all need that protection going out and coming in. And AfroZim, may everybody worldwide be protected, you and your family, abundantly, you know?
Yes. You since you mentioned Netflix and stuff like that, like people we are walking to the television all the time. Perhaps maybe I'll share this with you. Remember, this is a conversation with me and with you right here. My problem when I look at the movies most of the times, especially the sci-fi movies, right? How they depict, for example, an alien race itself. they put across these hideous creatures over there with no idea whatsoever if the aliens that we're going to come across are going to be looking like that. So you realize that my problem with that position from my side is when you look at it, already we have got an idea what an alien looks like, but nobody has ever seen an alien. But we see
Right, right.
these hideous creatures that they put on the TV series. They're just hideous. This is not good. I mean, this is why we always talk about black and white and how people say black is bad, white is good, pure, what stuff like that. That's, I think it starts from there. So for some reason, these guys are gonna be meeting aliens. They're gonna have a preconceived ideas about aliens.
Right. Yeah, well, a lot of Hollywood, Hollywood always puts in a proxy. So, the proxy is like, it's like a metaphor for using. So yeah, when they say aliens and all that, yeah, a lot of them pretty much referring to the black man. You know what I'm saying? It's always an underlying undertow of disrespect in many ways. But yeah, Netflix from the sci-fi movies to the demonic movies to the so-called documentaries, and you wonder if they're showing you something or if they're promoting something. It's like they're looking for the next
Yes.
Jeffrey Dahmer, they're looking for the next Manson, they're looking for the next serial killer. So they're throwing all these things out, and we know that people's mind get influenced by different things. We as a child, you as a child, everybody get influenced by different things. So some people get influenced by the good and follow that good path, and some people get influenced by the bad and follow a bad path. So it's all by design, man. Nothing has happened chance in this world, especially these days. Nothing has happened chance. Everything is purposely done and calculated. Again, I come back to that word, for the detriment and weaponizing of the human being, situation, and life.
Yes, 100%. And just to walk, through your comment regarding to weaponizing, you remember that if it was not for that movie, it's called The Birth of a Nation, right? Based on analysis by a lot of people, they claim that that movie, The Birth of a Nation, how it was depicted, is probably the reason why there's these stereotypes in our society because of that Birth of a Nation, because it was one of these movies that even the president himself actually endorsed and talked about and said, yeah, right, that's how exactly things are. You see.
Exactly. And when Hollywood, the Hollywood establishment will call that movie one of the best movies ever made, you know something is wrong.
Something is wrong over there, because it's all about narrative and narratives. But let's talk about, remember we spoke about this issue when I said to you, my brother, remember this, I say that Africans right here in Africa actually do not actually understand about being an African. I'm sorry to say it, more than Africans who are out there and appreciate Africa itself. All right. And I'm happy a lot of my brothers and sisters from all over the world who are not in Africa, who are Africans, but we the Africans, this message has to go to the Africans to understand it's not a supremacy agenda that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the issue regarding understanding who we are and not being in that position whereby we're being taken advantage of because of the color of their skin and stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, our brothers and sisters in Africa, I mean, yeah, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing when people use people, ultimately, how could I say this without, the people of color, we know that we have a special vibration of love and goodness. Nobody's perfect, but you have a good place in your heart and soul for mankind in a lot of ways. Yes. So, as I said, when the wolf comes into the chicken coop or the sheep den, and they're able to manipulate and use your goodness for a manipulation and use your goodness to pretty much take advantage. We know that that goes on a lot as well, and pretty much where everything stands, which is a sad thing because we as human beings all over the world, God placed us all over pretty much to help and to influence and to do the best that we can for each other in many ways. But for people to use that to manipulate and take advantage, that's where the wickedness becomes
Yes, yeah,
apparent.
yeah, 100%. Thank you very much for that, my brother. Big up to yourself. And I spoke to one of the artists. Then I was saying I just wanted to put across the advice, like, if we are yearning for equality, let's stick to that and get the equality. But anything else after that is gonna be a problem, because I fear that at some point we might actually become the thing that we hate the most, the thing that we're talking about. This is wrong, and we actually become the problem. So when we actually get the equality, right, and become the problem, so and abuse that equality. I do not know if you got me over there, what I'm trying to say over there.
Yeah, and I understand. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And that's another thing is that yeah, when we study and get studied, you end up knowing that there's people who look like us have no integrity. So they're willing to do whatever it takes to put money in their pocket to make themselves and the people around them live well when the masses of people are not living well. So that goes into that whole, you know, lack of integrity, lower base thinking, um, and being used as a tool to destroy your own home, which doesn't make any sense to me. But it
Yes,
seems that people I mean, we all like nice things. We all want to live well. We all want to travel the
yes,
world and do good and blah blah blah.
exactly.
And some people would do anything to make that happen, even if it's going against their inner vibrations, and even if it's bringing down the next person beside them. They're willing to do that these days, and it always boggles my mind. Even to this day, it boggles my mind how people are willing to have no integrity just to make a dollar. So
Exactly,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the world that we're living in. And the sad thing is that they're teaching the new generation that,
About that.
because maybe the generations of us and the older generations, we saw past that and saw the games, but this new generation, they're being bombarded by so much, so much, so much. How could you get a time to just relax your mind and think about the good and think about your fellow man and the good that he or she will bring if I bring this good? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's what I call it, not only spiritual warfare, but it's human warfare going on
Yes,
now.
exactly, exactly. Since you've spoken about it, I think we can bring the issues regarding social media and algorithms in terms of this aspect when it comes to what the young kids are saying. I'm not saying people should not be watching whatever they're saying, but you realize that what I can see on my Facebook page is not what the other person sees on their Facebook page and stuff. My timeline is programmed based on me specifically. That's it's a it's a biscope timeline based on my
Right.
behavior on the internet, based on my behavior on social media. So whatever I see is based on my interest and stuff. And there's this guy who was talking about the issue regarding TikTok, and he was comparing how TikTok is being run in China, right? China doesn't have the TikTok that we have, whereby it talks about it gives them those positive videos about people achieving things, these funny challenges that are happening. I'm not saying people should not indulge in that. People have to indulge in that. I'm not in any position to say that, but I'm just saying the difference between that and the algorithm and the impact in the society in the long term.
Right, exactly. And the funny thing you say that because even the word TikTok, what does TikTok mean and what does that refer to? You have to
I've
think
got no
about
idea.
words
You
and
have
how they
to
use it
educate
and
me on
how,
that one,
you know,
brother. I've got no
that's a
idea what it means.
bomb. That's a bomb. That's a bomb going off, right? TikTok, TikTok, and within TikTok and social media, you can see somebody loving an animal, loving their kids, to the heinous murders and mayhem and all kind of. So, in one scroll, you'll go from laughing to crying to being terrified all in one scroll, which is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? So
You know
your
what?
mind is being bombarded like a strobe light. You know, like how the clubs have strobe lights in your face, boom,
Yes,
boom,
exactly.
continuously. So imagine all of those things coming through your mind: the good, the bad, the terrified. How
Wow.
does a mind? How can a mind relax and have good thoughts of the Most High God and have good thoughts of yourself if you're just being
By
bombarded continuously
by
with
these things.
good images, negative images, good, negative, terrifying images. So it's a feeding of madness in my
Rumors of
mind.
war.
I don't
Rumors
know.
of
Everybody
war.
has their own thing, you know,
Rumors of war. You know, I
and that's
never
where
I've
and that's
never
where
looked at TikTok the way you explained it, my brother. You know what? The you know what? I'm actually, thank you very much for that. I actually have never looked at it that way. That this is a TikTok, a ticking bomb. This the same way I've never looked at it that way. It's I'm happy you just explained. It's a TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Must say,
it's a TikTok, yeah. So and you know, a TikTok it goes off at different times. Each bomb don't go off at the same time. So it's a TikTok to, you know, it may go off today, it may go off tomorrow, it may go off next year, it may go off, but it's gonna go off because it's TikToking.
yeah. And you know what? Talking about social media, right? Because these are the platforms that we have. I'm gonna ask you. I think it's gonna be the first question that asking an artist. Like I've already explained the fact that we already know that we are being deep platformed on the social media platforms, right? We get the views, we
Right.
get the listenership, we get the reach, but it's not the same reach that the other guys are getting, right? Because of these algorithms based on the genre of our music, because of the message that we talk about, because it's all about truth and awakening the human mind. Mostly it's about awakening the human mind. And I believe, this is my own opinion, I believe the system is set up in a way that it tries by all means to make sure that people stay in their state of mind. So besides
Right,
that,
right.
so
Very true.
besides these social media platforms, right? Because we have to come up with other solutions, right? We really have to come up with other solutions. If it means we have to come up with our own social media, reggae music social media platform for that, and invite people to join us. But we don't want to preach. We want people to join freely and understand and listen to the message of reggae music. What do you think about that?
Yes, that's a positive. That's what I'm saying. All things that enhance and enlighten mankind. That's always a positive thing. So yeah, I'm definitely with that because I said before, yeah, they are using those things to you know to belittle us, to take advantage with the mind, body, and soul. So yeah, we need to combat that, and that's the only way it's going to work. You know, you have the good and the bad. So if the bad is continuously winning and thinking about plotting and planning, the good people worldwide have to come together and thwart that and come out with something to create a balance. I mean, everything in life, nothing is perfect. There's going to be good days, bad days, up and down, such and such. But the main thing is to keep yourself and the people around you on a good, even keel, because when you stay on a good, even balance, you're able to help people that need help the most. You're able to help yourself and you're able to do good works. And that's pretty much what we're all here for on this earth before we die, is to do good works. Because as I said,
Exactly.
we take nothing. You could accumulate Mercedes, Benzes, private jets, jewelry, and all of that. But you don't take none of that with you. But what you do take with you when you go is your good deeds, and you take your bad deeds. And the goal is to have more good deeds than bad deeds. So when you talk to God and He asks you, "What were you doing in life with the money I gave you? What were you doing with the notoriety and the popularity that you have?" You have to going to be having to answer those questions. So you want to be able to answer those questions in a positive way, like, I
Yes.
helped this person, I did this, I helped feed people, I helped educate people, I did my best that I can with the resources that you gave me. And that's pretty much what we're here for. And people don't understand that's really the winning goal and the winning formula. So, but everybody has their own formula, Brother Aggie. So
Yeah.
everybody's going to do what they do. They preach that. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to do.
Yes,
But in
exactly.
this
That's
world, no,
true.
you
Yeah.
can't do whatever you want to do. Yeah, because
Exactly.
and if you're doing what you do to to hurt people, that's not a good vibration. That's not a good energy. So you
Yes.
can't do whatever you want to do at any given time. You have to think about the collective. And we as a human being in this world, we're all here together. So we are one human collective. So it's incumbent on us to do the best that we can for each other before we go.
I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy. Positive energy always attracts positive energy. That is massive. Big up to yourself, my brother. Thank you very much. You know what? You just you said a lot of stuff with regards to taking the good and the bad things. Is you present them to the creator. I consider that as a debit and credit account. So if your account is an account,
Exactly.
is a debit account. Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly.
no,
You,
basically,
you
yeah.
definitely, yeah, you definitely don't want you don't want a low, you don't want a low credit rating with the most high. You want a high credit
Exactly,
rating. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
If
So
we
yeah, I like that. I like that.
massive, massive. Let's do jazz season of music. We have got a lot of stuff to talk about right here on AfroZim. But a big up to yourself, and also big up to Reggae Works, massive, but Jennifer Cheshire, massive, massive.
Big up, reggae work.
I'll have to do that. But Jennifer, okay, let me say, there's an artist from Zimbabwe, his name is Daza D, was saying, good, at one time, I think you're going to choke up yourself saying, it already. His name is Daza D, that's something else. Shout out to my brother from you. Yes, then we go to the next song.
Yes, man. Yeah. Blessings, AfroZim. Blessings, Brother Aggie, man. God bless you and your works that you do. And everybody just do the best that you can every single day. You know, my grandpa always told me, it's like you have 24 shillings. So within those 24 shillings equated to 24 hours in a day, how you going to spend it? How are you going to work it? You're going to use it in 24 shillings to buy nonsense, or you're going to use them 24 shillings to buy goodness. You know what I'm saying? So you spend your vibrations, like your money and your mind and your essence and your energy. Spend it well.
Exactly.
Spend it well.
Massive, massive. I like it because you mentioned your grandpa there, and that's another topic we're gonna have to talk about, and I'm going to relate it to something when it comes to our leaders and our elders and stuff like that. But I think most of the youth they've got a misconception of that. Big up to yourself, my brother. Let's play this sound, and then we'll talk about that topic. That's an interesting one. I like that.
There's a little song that we sang in our movement down in the South.
Alright, guys, welcome to AfroZim Radio, and with me is Najashi Brothers, the massive thing. I like it.
Blessings and love worldwide. Yeah, don't know DJ Agieh on the AfroZim Radio out of Zimbabwe. This is Najashi with Dread Days. We keep it locked and tune in. It's a worldwide good vibration. Music uplifting.
Society is in decay. Why did they murder JFK? Why, oh, why, oh? Why, oh, why? I'll never forget the day. I'll never. When a cold man first floor his body lay. Society is in decay. Why did they murder MLK? He had to die. He was a disciple. Stories prophesied, written in the Bible. Why, oh, why, oh? Why, oh, why? And love was all he did bring. Love was all he did bring.
Sure, revolution never die. We come to multiply. You see and hear they lies, the people them in them disguise. One love is what we bring. One love universal thing. Ease up the ism like me say me does a right redeemer. So open up your heart. You have to do your part and do the very best. Me tell you from the very start. You have that mental wealth. You better love yourself. Say love mankind. Say that's how the deal be dealt.
He had to die. He was a disciple. Stories prophesied, written in the Bible. And love was all he did bring.
DJ Nisha, big up to yourself.
And love was all he did bring.
Derek Mpo from my brother, big up to yourself. And also Simplest Music Zimbabwe, massive type of thing, talent music like that.
He had to die. He was a disciple. Stories prophesied, written in the Bible.
Massive. Right. Massive, my brother, big up to yourself. Talk to me.
Blessing, brother Agieh. Blessing, AfroZim.
That's a powerful song over there, my brother, if you break it down.
Yeah, the MLK, just like what we've been speaking on before. So we know that when people come to this earth, and bring a good vibration to uplift people, Bob Marley, Malcolm X, the list goes on, Nelson Mandela, anybody that comes with the establishment, if you're not with that agenda, then to downgrade the human being, then you're not going to get any shine. So, and sometimes if you're too much of the agenda to uplift mankind, they'll do whatever it takes to take you out of here quickly because they have an agenda. So ultimately, that song MLK is about the good people that come to this earth to uplift mankind, to uplift and give them the best. But we know that there's people out there that don't want that to happen, so they'll do everything to take you out. But the thing that's so beautiful about the Most High God is that no matter how many people they take out, God will always keep bringing more people and more people to uplift mankind.
Massive. You actually talk, your message actually, reflect exactly what is happening in Africa itself. Because you spoke about Nelson Mandela, it is actually surprising for me when I was reading about it, that he was actually taken off the terrorist list from by the United States of America in 2008. Actually, surprisingly, and yeah, as much as the people celebrated him, but he was still on the terrorist list.
I know it's crazy. It's crazy because the establishment. I mean, yeah, because we want to keep everything in a good vibe, but we know that, say, for instance, in America, all the war heroes that went through and did mayhem to the world, stole and killed and raped and pillaged and all that. Now, those people are celebrated. They're celebrated. But when people of color do the same thing to uplift and to help their vibrations and their people, so to speak, then they're considered terrorists. Isn't that very rude and disrespectful? So one aspect is that you could be maddening into and on one side just doing all kind of mayhem to bring mankind down, and you're celebrated. But another group of people do that to uplift their people, and they're considered terrorists, considered crazy, considered madmen, and will be taken out accordingly. It doesn't make any sense, but we know it's all by design because ultimately they don't want people to help.
Yes, 100%. I think it goes back to the issue of narratives. That's what we're talking about, because one of the journalists was saying the first casualty in a war is media, right? And what we put across there. And I believe in free speech myself. That's why I'm able to talk about these things. And I can call these people out. If they are warmongering vampires, they are warmongering vampires. And I always call them warmongering vampires. Because for me, it doesn't make sense to send weapons to a society that you know that they are incapable of defeating. So there must be an agenda behind that. So as much as they presented that they are helping the people over there, for me, this is my own opinion, as much as they think that they are helping the people, but actually destroying the people, and it pains me to actually think that the idea that they don't care about people dying, or they have to say we're going to send you weapons instead of talking about peace, negotiations, diplomacy, and stuff like that.
Exactly. Because people are afraid. Some people, yeah, human beings, certain people, they're afraid of the goodness, afraid of the love, afraid of good energy, positivity. Some people are really afraid of that. They may speak like, oh yeah, they love it and they want to be a part of that. But when you really check their book and check their records, they're really against those things. So you really have to know and be very have discernment to know who's who, because a lot of people come in that sheep, that disguise of oneness and loveness and all that, but ultimately they want to be gatekeepers to whatever they want to control. They want to manipulate. They want to handle mankind, and pretty much they want to play God. Yes. And we know there's only one God, so you human being can't play God because there's only one. So and because ultimately, when you boil it down, as I said, you're gonna have to answer to the Most High one day. God say, "I put you on this earth, but you're gonna return to me, and then I'm gonna ask you questions." Mm-hmm. So I don't understand why people can't understand that concept and say, well, let me do what I could do for the betterment and for the happiness of mankind, instead of making mankind be sad in the guise of. And if people don't see the games that's being played on your television and social media every single day, then, as they say, you get what you deserve, ultimately. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, 100%. 100%. It goes down to programming, because this programming, I believe it did start today. It started a long time ago. We're programmed to think
of course,
behave this way. whereby we think this is normal when it is not normal actually. But those people who questions these things say, no, hold up guys, this is not normal, let's not do this. And the system has got a safe mode. I believe the system has got a safe mode that says this is a virus now in the system, and they have to apply the antivirus and take us out. That's what the system does. That's what I believe in.
Right? The antivirus for real, and the virus for real, and they want that virus to spread around the world, man. And yeah, the sad thing that people are helping to spread that virus just on the guise of getting a little money, getting a little notoriety, a little popularity. They will do anything to promote the low bass, the low bar, low frequency of mankind. You know, God made us high frequency and low frequency.
Exactly.
The good and the bad. We all have compassion. We all have love, goodness, but we also have hate. We also have, you know, all those other things. So greed, you know, vanity and all that. So
Exactly.
they're pushing the lower base. So they have
The lower
flipped,
base, yes.
they have inverted the whole situation to where the low base is now promoted more than the higher base. They'd rather promote the vanity and the greed rather than love and compassion. And I don't know why, but we know why.
This is interesting because I want to relate to Africans and also relate it to music as well, because this is what reggae music has always been talking about. Reggae music has always been talking about mental slavery itself, right?
Right.
The reason why I'm saying this because based on my own analysis, myself right here in South Africa, a Zimbabwean myself, right? I've never seen any African leader being taken out for other things besides being accused of corruption, right? No sexual misconduct whatsoever, other things. The only thing that we Africans hold dear to is corruption. And like what you're saying, weaponizing, because I believe that word itself, for me, as an African, right, I believe the word itself has been weaponized against Africans, because you can simply point to the money, and if you compare the corruption that most people be talking about, I'm not supporting corruption, but that corruption is insignificant based on the corruption when we look at this the military industrial complex itself, that corruption itself and other corruption. But why is it that the corruption that we have right here is so much, looking into reggae music, right? The messages that have been coming in reggae music with regards to mental slavery, because I've got my brothers and sisters right here in Africa who rather advocate for corporates to come in and employ them, other than themselves creating employment for themselves. So they'll say the government have failed us because we do not have jobs. You see, that's my problem there. For me, that mentality itself, because I consider that to be a mental slavery mentality, whereby people think that they have to be employed. It's good to be employed. I'm also employed somewhere, but it's good to also create employment for yourself. So when people do not find jobs, they say, you're not creating jobs for us and stuff. So why should we wait for somebody to create jobs for us if we can create the jobs for ourselves? I think it applies to everybody all over the world, actually. Because if I create employment, I can employ with the other person who creates employment, then we can work together in unison. Together, right? You supply me, I supply with that and stuff like that. At the same time, I can work for you. At the same time, you can work for somebody. But at the same time, you have got people you're employing who supply you stuff. That's my concept.
Exactly. That's very true. But we know that Africa, we'll just take Africa. I mean, because the Caribbean, South America, they all deal with the same stuff. But we'll take Africa, as we're speaking on Africa right now, as far as the resources. African resources are so plentiful in so many aspects of things. and people are greedy, and that's why they say, "Oh, well." And the rude and disrespectful part, even more so, is, oh, those people don't know how to use their own resources. So let me go in there and take their stuff and give them, give, as my grandmother would say,
Yes,
give them a small slither, and take the lion's share, take the big share for myself, because these
exactly,
people don't know what to do with it. That's
exactly.
disrespect, you know? And
Yes,
if people don't wake up from that and knowing that ultimately it's a game and pretty much we're being played, then, what can you do? And the next generation coming up, they're going to see the generations prior to that. What did they do? How come they didn't stand up to this tyranny? How come they didn't stand up to this onslaught of madness that was going on here? And but it keeps on perpetrating itself over and over again. And until that vibration and that cycle is broken, we'll be on the same merry-go-round, that same wicked merry-go-round over and over and over again. But all it comes down to is greed, and because they have a little bit more weaponry or a little bit more financial resources, but I'll use that to get your resources. So you have one camel, I have 10 camel. I'm gonna take your camel because I have 10, and you know what I'm saying? That's
yes,
how the world is. It seems like that's where
exactly.
we're
Yeah,
going. It doesn't seem like
but
it should be a fair. That's it, because we take nothing with us. So it's about sharing. You,
yes,
brother Agieh, you help me if I don't have no bread. If I have some fish or some whatever, I share with you. You have some rice and bread, and you share with me. Another person has some vegetables, then they share. That we all have a good amount of food to eat. You see how that balance works
yeah.
if it's done the right way?
Yes, I get it, but you know what? We can walk it back. What you've just said, sharing, then it comes back to what we call communism, and when then we break it down back again to narratives and talk about communism itself. It has been spoken about as the bad system whatsoever. It's evil and stuff, right? That's what I'm. I'm not going to push. I don't want to push an agenda or narratives here, but we're talking about this, right? But that's what communism is all about, right? But according to the narratives,
Right.
it's the West, right? Anyway, brother, let's do this. I like this. Pick up to yourself, my
Yeah,
brother Dash.
but that's true. But you see, we as mankind, we're the one that puts these words out. We put words: communism, socialism, blah blah blah, ism,
Exactly.
this ism, capitalism. But ultimately, we're all human beings trying to live right, trying to do right, feed your family, live a good life, travel the world, see how other people are living. So there really shouldn't be any communism and socialism words. It's just living right. That should be the only word. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Living right and living righteously. As I said, none of us are perfect. We're going to go ups and downs and deal with the good and the bad times. But the goal is to do the best that you can, as much as you can. That to me, it's simple, but everybody doesn't follow a simple way. And we know that God, He brings good people in this world, but He also creates evil people. So it's a balance in that as well too. So ultimately, we as the good people need to fight the evil people in any way we
Exactly.
can.
Exactly. Big up to yourself, and I'm happy, my brother. You're doing that through your music, which is massive, reggae music. And we're going to continue playing the music, reggae music,
Yes, I
all
am.
the way, 100%. We're not going to stop. Like, remember, I said that the DJs are not going to stop playing the music, the producers are not going to stop producing the music, and the artists are not going to stop doing the music. And AfroZim Radio is not going to stop playing the music, so we're going to continue doing the music until the end of times. Big up to yourself, I like that. Massive.
Big up the AfroZim family. Big up, bless up.
Massive, my brother. Big up to yourself. You know what? There's a song. Yeah, let's do this. Let's play it. Okay, still running. Let's play it. Then we'll come back and we'll run things up. And we've got a lot of things to talk about, my brother. We should have at least 2 hours for our interview. Let's do that. Massive. Pick up. I like that.
flows them so harsh. Vix, concrete, cement, premix. DJ Agieh, a foundation in this. And when the railroad through dancer, transit.
Right, I like this. Guys, for those who are joining me right now, this is AfroZim Radio. My name is DJ Agieh. With me is my brother Najashi. Massive temperature, massive. I like these conversations, guys. Remember, these are not interviews at all, because Najashi is not looking for a job. Remember that. I like it, massive. It's a reasoning type of thing right here with DJ Agieh on AfroZim Radio with Najashi Massive.
You better tell them, you better go in at the trench and you get them. You better hold them, send money for them. Why? Spliffing up with paper, we roll them, we hard, solid, smooth like a black man, cool. We mellow, cause anything you put we on, we steady riding, we steady grinding. Only for struggle, it depend we minding. Cause every day, say what? We struggle hard, round the world and back a yard. So you fi stand up and put your hand up before they put you in the ground and the sand up. And to me brother them on the side, stay strong and man stay alive. One day I go come, you all will see judgment and man will be free. Paradise calling, and dirty Babylon in the fire balling. Running, we're running, still running. Say we're running, round the world running. Say we're running, still running. We're running, round the world running. Still running, still running. Say we're running, round the world. My mother tell me, son, you do the good. You give the people them love like you would want. We're traveling, raveling up the river, paddling. Dirty Babylon, we're handling. Because them last up, burning up the cross up. Monster war, life lost up. So why them do that, God? They make the people sad. So why them do that, God? Me know you're mad. At us, we lost, done we boss. At us, we fuss, we turn to dust. Running.
Naphtali Matiza, big up to yourself.
So we're running, round the world running. So we're running, still running. We're running, round the world running. Still running, still running. So we're running round the world. Running, running, running round the
Yeah, man, we're still running worldwide, running all the time, brother.
I love this selection itself because remember, you sent me the music, right? The package itself. Then you had a discussion with Jennifer, my sister. Then it says, "Let me send the list for DJ Agieh, the music for Agieh," and it was actually specifically said music for Agieh, and you actually nailed it exactly. That's the music for Agieh. Big up to yourself, but I like that.
That's right. Blessed the river.
Relevant.
Blessings to Jen and all the good work. Jen, we're doing a lot of good work. A lot of good people worldwide. So it's a blessing, man. And that's what we need. More people to do good works every day. That's the goal, brother Agieh.
Yes, my brother, pick up. I'm very, it's humbling actually to have you on AfroZim Radio, my brother. Thank you very much. Your support, and it's massive, guys. And a special shout out to my sister Jennifer Cheshire. It's positive all the time, and I love that. Big up yourself, guys.
That's right. That's how we do it, man. That's it. That's what we're here for. Do the best that we can while we are here. That's the only way we're gonna win this. And we are good people worldwide AfroZim, good people, come together, man. Come together, and it's a battle. It's a war that we're in. It's a war zone. We're living in a serious war zone, literally. You look at the news every single day. We're living in a war zone, so we need good people on the front lines, and we're all on the front lines. Nobody's on the
Exactly.
back line. Everybody literally is on the front line. So we need to do what we have to do to balance out, the madness in the world and bring a lot of love and uplifting, good vibration, good energy, good food, good water, all
Exactly.
that good stuff. Everything good, we need to bring it.
Yes, 100%. Pick up. And this is what we can do, my brother. From your side, keep on sending the music. And on my side, as a DJ, that's what I can do. I want to push the button and play the music. That's my job as a DJ already. That's what I love to do. It's a
That's right.
therapy
That's
for
right.
me as well. And also, I do it with passion. And I always say that you can take away anything from me, anything, but you can never take away the love for music, especially reggae music.
That's
For me,
right.
you
That's
can't do
right.
that. Any upcoming
That's right.
songs? Sorry, my brother. This show is
Definitely.
about you. Before you share about upcoming, I think I did catch you over there. You wanted to share something.
I just want to say bless up to you, Brother Agieh, for all the good works that you do on AfroZim, all the DJs on AfroZim, everybody in Zimbabwe, South Africa, Africa, the Caribbean, worldwide, Europe, South America, all over, man. We are one nation. We
One
are
country.
truly one nation. So we have to realize colors may come and go, and colors is just a color.
Yes.
God has variety, just like different fruits and vegetables, they come in different colors. Apple comes in red, green, yellow, all different kind of colors, but it's still an apple. So we as human beings, no matter we come in different colors, we need to understand that God created all of us at a variety because God is magnificent in his creations and how he does this thing. So it's not for we as human beings to think that we're better than anybody because we're not. We're all here together to do the best works that we can, and that's how it has to be. And teach your young children that. The next generation has to know that so they could live it and they could give it.
Yes, massive, my brother. That is massive. Thank you very much for sharing those words. Any up, I know obviously, right? I don't know what is coming up, right? Apart from the music that I have, which is now on my playlist. All your music is on my playlist. And what are we expecting from you, my brother, in the future, near future, or
In the future, yeah, we're working on a couple of videos and new songs right now. I'm about to release a video and a song called Home, God's willing, that's coming soon. And we're working on some new music as well, some new videos, getting ready to get on the road and do some shows as well, and just keeping everything positive. But please, if people are on social media, and social media, use it as a balance. It's nothing, everything is good and bad, so use it for the good. But if you're on that social media, link us up. The main vibration is dreaddays.com, DREADDAZE.com. And from there, you'll be able to see Instagram and YouTube and all of that. But that's the main portal to get to everywhere else.
massive? Thank you. Thank you very much. Because the way you know my sister Jennifer does it is perfect because everything is on paper. So what we're going to do, I think, for the listeners that have missed the beginning of this conversation, because normally after this conversation I'm going to post it. I'm going to try to post it today. It's a Sunday for me already. It's actually 1:15. Right, it's a Sunday, 30th of October. So I'm gonna post this recording right about now for the listeners who have missed part of it, and I'm gonna put all those links to your Instagram, Facebook. But remember what I said about, I said all the artists that are affiliated with AfroZim Radio, right? Gonna have their own dedicated page on our AfroZim Radio website. So what we do is we
Right.
simply redirect visitors to our website to your content. We do not download anything. If it is YouTube, it goes to YouTube. If it is a view, we simply embed. We simply
Right.
embed the YouTube. We simply do the embedding. We do not download your videos and post them on our Facebook, on our website. No, we simply embed that link so that the viewers is credited to you as an artist. That's what we were doing. So, as a lot of artists, and when we come up with this idea, then we realize that we cannot put up the pages that are ready, because a lot of them are ready. I think we're talking about 50% of that. So we have to put up at least when we are at 80%, right, done, then we activate those pages. But for now, we cannot activate because we have to manage that, so that we do not want other artists to feel like they have been treated unfairly by AfroZim Radio. So that's the whole idea. So it's gonna take some time, but it's gonna happen anyway. Like you, my brother, is gonna be afrozim.com/Najashi. Massive.
Nice. Blessings on that, man. That's blessings on that. Much respect to AfroZim for the vibration.
Yes. It was wonderful, my brother, having you on radio. Any shout outs now? Let's round it up. Any more other shout outs or anything you want to share with me right now? We close the show.
We shout out Reggae PR Jen Cheshire, much love. Shout out the band members of Dread Days. Shout out to AfroZim, the listeners, everybody listening worldwide, wherever you are in the world. We say blessings to you, Brother Agieh. We say much love, good vibrations. God keep everybody blessed in health and strength and goodness and good energy and abundant wealth in your mind, body, and soul.
Thank you. That's a massive one. My shout out is the biggest shout out is to you, my brother. Thank you very much for being here on radio with us on AfroZim Radio. We really love you right here. And to Jennifer Cheshire and Matt Simmons. Massive shout out to my brother Matt Simmons over there in the rest of America. And Chapstein as well, my brother. Big up to yourself, guys. Thank you very much. Remember, this is a journey that we have just started. It's not going to end here with Agieh. It doesn't end here. And most of the artists know that. Once you've got a conversation or a discussion with Agieh, it's going to be like that. So at some point, my brother, if you do not mind, I'll be calling you whenever I'm on radio, so that you can update the fans about what is coming up, so that people remember. That's the thing.
Oh yes,
it doesn't end here.
Yeah. And we're all family, man. We're all family, so that's the vibrations. We uplift each other. You uplift me, and I uplift you. You uplift the next person, and it's like a merry-go-round of goodness. That's what we need: a merry-go-round and a roller coaster of good vibrations.
Nice.
Worldwide.
Massive. You're looking for trouble, and that is a massive one. You know what? Let me say this. Thank you very much for those drops. This is wonderful. You know, I love drops. I love drops as a DJ. The thing with drops is, I always explain it to most artists, is like, it reminds me as a DJ that the music from my brother. Because when you're on radio playing music, sometimes you are so overwhelmed with what is happening over there. But if you do the drop, boom, worldwide, if you're looking for trouble, then you remember, yes, I have to play music for my brother. There's a great song that actually fit exactly what I'm playing right now. And I have to go there into my library and play your music. Thank you very much for those drops, guys. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate them. Yeah.
Always, Brother Agieh. Anytime, man.
Thank you, my brother. Big up to yourself. That was a wonderful conversation, my brother. And all right, so let's do this. I'm gonna play this song, Surround Them, so because it's gonna be our parting shot. So what is important is, let's talk about it, then I play it, okay?
Yeah, Surround Them, that was done with a good brother of mine, Brother Neepsey from Tobago, in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. Another artist, good guy, as I said, like-minded brother, like all of us, into the good, into the uplifting of mankind. So, yeah, Surround Them is just about the Most High God surrounding. Well, God surrounds everything anyway, but we're just reiterating in the song that the Most High God surrounds us all. So, Yeah, if God loves you, then the whole world, they say, will love you, you know? And
Exactly.
not a love of popularity because anybody could be popular, but just a love of goodness, that inside vibration. Even if one person know you, but love you, hey, that's a million, trillion people right there within that
Exactly.
one.
Massive. Big up to yourself, my brother. We just broken a record right
Yes.
here. You just broken DJ Agieh's record. Because my record with artists on a conversation was on 1 hour 15 minutes, and we've gone for 1 hour 20 minutes. Big up to yourself. That's a new record. I like that. Massive.
That's right, man.
Thank you very much, my
All
brother.
love, all love.
I like that. I send my regards to family. Thank you.
To the secret place of the Most High, shall
Thank you,
abide
brother.
in the shadow of the
Nice
Almighty.
one.
Guidance and protection over all your loved ones. Surround them, Moja. Protect them from the enemies of their. Are you a
Take it back. Blessings and love worldwide. You don't know DJ Agieh on the AfroZim radio out of Zimbabwe. This is Najashi with Dread Days. We keep it locked.
Right,
and tune
guys,
in. It's a
thank you very
worldwide
much for
good
tuning in on
vibration, music
AfroZim
uplifting
Radio
time.
on this Saturday slash Sunday. That was a wonderful conversation that I had with my brother Najashi Dreaded. Massive type of thing. Big up to yourself, guys, all over the world. Remember, next week I'm going to have Moses Omar. He was with me on radio. Yes, we passed through the radio today before we had a conversation with my brother Najashi. So Moses Omar is gonna be with me on AfroZim Radio. I love to do the conversation. Massive.
surround them, Moja. Protect them from the enemies of their. Are you what we vote for? Too long the children out there are so far. Surround them, Moja. Protect them from the evil we're out here. Are you what we vote for? Too long the children out there are so far.
One love is a worldwide thing. One love is how we bring her. People them a talk on me and walk up on the right redeemer. All you all look, all you fit talk on what we all want food. So the people all say like a fruit. You know it bruise. You rude, refuse. Me say like right they groove. No lose, we cruise. Positive is what we choose. I saw me right up in the house with me she lock. Me squad ready, boy, ready, fit, attack.
Surround them, Moja. Protect them from the enemies of their. Are you what we vote for? Too long the children out there are so far. Surround them, Moja. Protect them from the evil we're out here. Are you what we vote for? Too long the children out there are so far. Circumference, divine defense, divine strength. Fight every element. In the light, the dark, roaming the pavement. It's not an accident when the evil people try and catch up defense. If you have sense, you don't know, Jaja, protect his children. Surround them, Moja. Protect them from the enemies of their. Are you what we vote for? Too long the children out there are so far. Surround them, Moja. Protect them from the evil we're out here. Are you what we vote for? Too long the children out there are so far.
Stand firm, live long, be firm, hold your ground. Never let the Babylon them ever steal your crown.
Listen to his song with their all are wrong. Only people them a chant along.
Be wise, realize, never put that veil on your eyes. Ghosts in the machine, they tell you lies.
Now go eat them fries, now go take them bribe. Elevating people and make them rise.
To the high heights, to the fine lights, live in that road to rights.
Go see the light, once we unite. One people, one love, Mr. One vibe. Everybody, just a let them lie. Surround them, Moja. Protect them from the enemies of their. Are you what we vote for? Too children out there so